We are, however, incredibly happy to have a guest GM here who's making his GMing debut. Of course, Ian making his streaming GMing debut here tonight. Let's go around very quickly and have everyone say who they are playing, and then we will pass it along to Ian. I'll start since I'm already speaking. I am playing Warren Stills, a silent strider, Philodox. He is someone who works for the government, studying waterways and plants and so on and so forth, and is a bit of a nerd and is a bit of a pariah from the tribe of Werewolf in the area. We are playing, the game is set in Battlegrounds, Indiana, but I mean, just so you know. I will popcorn it over to Beth.
That's me. Hi, I'm Beth. I am playing Naomi Nash tonight. She is she's a bounty hunter with a bad attitude. Let's see, she's a Red Talon Aurun, which means she's not nice sometimes, but you know.
So, whoops. You don't really like technology either.
Cool.
Don't like a lot. A huge stretch for Beth, by the way.
But shut up. Is that what you're saying?
I'm being serious. Like, has anyone ever met Beth and said, "Oh, she isn't nice"? That's just not. No, that's not the way.
From the first moment I met her.
Is this a challenge? Do you guys want me to?
You're challenging yourself here, so
it's true. Got to stretch my muscles here. Anyways, that's me.
Deb.
Hey, tonight I am playing Clara Crosby. She is a Ghost Council Galliard. By day, she's a librarian. At night, she's a witch. She has a bit of a troubled history, so we'll see what she gets into this evening. Hopefully, not digging through all that trauma. We'll see. I don't know.
Thank you very much. And finally, Miko.
Hi, everyone. I am playing Paw in Darkness, otherwise known as Paw or Paul if you are a normie. And I am a lupus-born Heartwarden Theurge who really enjoys spirits and spends a lot of time in the woods as that crazy old man that everyone kind of thinks is just weird but pretty harmless until they actually get to know me.
Spirits like gin and whiskey are?
No, very much not those spirits.
Awesome.
The kind of spirits that will tear your soul from your body if you offend them. Those are the kinds of spirits that, you know.
So gin and whiskey.
Like. Exactly.
That's right.
Awesome. Thank you very much, gang. And I will kick it over to tonight's master of ceremonies, the great, the inimitable, the superlative, Yaboibig Ian. Take it away, my friend.
Superlative.
Yeah.
Never had those words said synonymous with my name before. And pass. No, didn't work tonight. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody. I'm Ian, or Yaboibig, and we're going to be playing a little bit of Werewolf here, and I'm super excited. First off, if you're a Werewolf aficionado, there will be some things that are going to be tweaked, but that's fine because when you play games, it's for you to have fun and for you guys to enjoy. So send all your hate to Bleak. And I'm super excited to be able to do this. So let's get into it. So the moon is a mysterious thing. Something that takes so much space and holds so much meaning can often be a backdrop in most people's stories. For sailors, they're a form of navigation. For and it's a muse in the sense of their creativity. For a prisoner, a ticking calendar, winding down the times of its captivity. For lovers, a spotlight highlighting their romance as they dance in their theater of love. But for the Garu, it holds a deeper meaning. Gaia, the connection to this plane, to this earth, to nature. The moon is a focal point for the Garu. And they say the wolf howls for many reasons. But Garu know that that's not the case. As they battle between their rage and their despair, their howls are more of a cry. They don't call her Mother Moon for nothing. And the howls of the Garu at night are but a cry out for an embrace. Because as Gaia is dying, the Garu, her children, must still go throughout their lives and figuring out what they could do to save their Mother Moon. And with the scourge of the worm increasing its grasp upon everything that she creates and holds dear, it's no wonder why the struggle between rage and sadness are a continued battle for our Garu. Speaking of battles, it's funny because as we pan down, we are in Battlegrounds, Indiana, where Deb, if you could please describe your character a little bit more and let us know what it is that you're doing this evening as you're winding down for the night, hopefully to gather some sleep.
Yeah, Clara is young. She's in her kind of mid to late 20s. She is not plain, but she's got the like librarian look going on. She wears a lot of like peasant outfits and kind of digs the boho look a little bit. She spends most of her time, she does the like quiet side of the library stuff. She's just quiet, and before she kind of settles down for the evening, she often pulls out a book or two and flips through, figuring out what mood she's in and what she wants to read. So she's looked through like 3 or 4 that she has on hand, and she's just not finding anything that is really sticking right now. So she's just seeming a little bit more restless than usual. Usually she can settle into a book really quickly, and she's not able to do that this evening.
Whether it's a stressful day at work, it could be the weather, it could be because you're hungry. You just don't know. But for some reason, it's so hard for you to relax, and it's so hard for you to find sleep. And as you flip through your books and you even turn on your TV and see if there's something that takes your interest, just nothing is holding true. Your frustration wanes on your exhaustion, and you do finally find yourself to sleep. A restful one, too early to tell. You find yourself in your home, and it begins to be cold. It's very slight at first, maybe a gentle breeze, an open window, but then the cold becomes stinging. And you go to reach down to grab your blanket, and you notice you can't move your hand. You go to reach down with your other hand, and you find yourself in a situation to where both of your hands are just transfixed above you. That's not how I sleep. You go to open your eyes, and you find that they're hard, almost crusted over. But when you do, if you could please, roll me a wits and awareness. So however many pips you have in wits, that'll be your dice, and of course the same in awareness. Of course, we're looking for 6s and aboves in successes. Please tell me if you get any 1s or if you get any 10s.
No 1s, 1 10.
Beautiful. And how many successes in total?
Remind me what a success is.
6 and above.
6 and above. All right. 3 successes.
3 successes with 110. Beautiful, beautiful. You go to open your eyes and they're hard. They barely flutter open. You try to reach down with your hands again to kind of wipe away whatever sleep or whatever's going on to gain your focus, and you can't move. And then you realize your shoulders, they're burning. They're burning as if you worked out all day, and books are heavy. They're not that heavy. And you can't move, and you open your eyes and you look up and you see that you are chained, strapped to the top of a ceiling, and you're hanging by your wrists. It's that cold. Why is it so cold? I don't understand. You open your eyes and you look around a little bit more, and as you focus, you see sides of beef hanging next to you. There are racks of shoulders of lamb, all types of primal and subprimals lining against them. At that moment, you sit there and you realize, I'm in a meat locker. You can smell the blood in the air. Your senses heightened. The chill enhances that scent, and it's overwhelming, and it's too much for you to manage. That with the sleep and the fact that you're hanging, you begin to struggle, and you hear slight murmurs coming from in front of you. You look forward and you can see a distant light outline across the door. Obviously, it's the lock. You can hear 2 people. It's murmurs, just no, you just, what? It's okay. This is fine. Then you hear the door begin to unlock. You have a split moment to make a decision on what you'd like to do next. What would you like to do?
When I look around, do I see any like cracks in the building or the floor?
There are no cracks in the floor. The only cracks that you can see is just the lining of the door where you see the light coming from the other side. And
The door where the people are coming.
The door where the people are coming, correct? And keep in mind, you are hanging from the ceiling. You're maybe about a good foot away from the actual floor.
I have a gift between the cracks, and I am going to use it to try to squeeze through that crack in the door, hoping to startle them enough that I can get away.
Okay, perfect. Is there a rage check for that?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make me a rage check, and you let me know if you succeed. Again, successes are 10 or above. I'm sorry, 6 or above.
I did not succeed.
You try to focus.
I'll
Your
point out you did
energy.
just get a hail from Kay, which I don't know how we're handling hails and bits tonight, but
yeah, so
just figure I threw that out.
the bits and the hails are going to work like in Vampire a little bit, where for bits and the hails, you can give a player a rage token, and a rage token can be spent to either negate a botch or buy an automatic success.
I still I'm gonna fail it and see what happens.
Beautiful. Dude, I respect it. You try to gather your energy and your focus, but for some reason, the stress on your shoulders and the cold for some reason is just not allowing you to manage this. And you see the door fly open. And still with that bright light shining in from inside what we now know is a cooler, you can just see an outline of a person, a very large, stockier individual. And they stumble forward, and you can't make out their facial features because it's still a little bit hard to focus. Plus, that light is causing some issue. But you can smell something. Something seems off. It's not the blood, but it's underneath. Something corrupted. But at the same time, you smell something familiar. familiar in the scent that you may have felt or seen with other people with Garu? No. But that corruption sings through. And as they lumber forward and they get closer to you, you just hear them go, oh, you're finally awake. That's good. It's not long now.
Who are you?
And looks at you kind of confused. You can kind of see their eyes narrow. Oh, we didn't knock you out that hard. Come on. You remember who I am, buddy. It hasn't been that long since our old army days.
I've never been in the army.
All right, we bumped you on your head pretty bad, didn't we? Not 20. And no matter the time, and you see them raise a cleaver, and it swipes down in your direction. You close your eyes and wince, and you see them pick up a subprimal that was sitting next to you, and they throw it over your shoulder, and they go, yeah, I know. You're not on the menu. And they walk out, and before they close the door, and they go, at least not yet. And when they slam the door, your eyes snap open, and you sit up in your bed, and you realize, whew, another one of those dreams. You've been experiencing these for quite some time. It's been weeks. Sleep doesn't come easy, but it's never been this hard. And as we leave your room, camera pans, swipes over across the field, open airways, seagull, for whatever reason, not in this region. And in this particular moment at night, what is Paul doing?
Given how late it is, I think Paul has just finished doing his roam, which happens every night, where he just wanders through the forest. He's never sure what he's looking for until he finds it. And so tonight, of all nights, he feels more restless because he didn't find anything. And so he still has that nagging feeling of something missing or lost that he is searching for. And as he finishes, as he's padding through the woods in his wolf form, he starts to head back to his small shack in the woods. It's a makeshift place, was built some number of decades ago. Paul doesn't know. He doesn't know where it came from. He just knows that one day he found it and it felt okay to stay there. And as he starts to approach it, he's careful of any new scents, new dangers. And he looks up into the treetops to see if Storm, the spotted owl that he calls friend, is above and waiting for it.
Yeah. If you could, Paul, please give me a wits and awareness now.
Three.
And I'm going to say, being that we're looking for your familiar friend, if you roll any ones, you can ignore them.
Well, that's good, because I did roll 2 1s, but I also rolled a 7 and a 10.
Beautiful. Awesome. That's just enough. You look up in your form and you close your eyes and you let your senses kind of guide you, and your head tilts, and it just feel a gentle wind that pushes your face towards the left, towards the right, and you look up and you see her there. Do you say anything?
No, just her presence is enough to comfort me. She would, of course, let me know if there was any immediate dangers or anything, as she has been looking out for me for a couple of decades at this point. And so I feel okay knowing that she's there. And I will make my way over to the shack and start digging through for an evening's meal.
Well, you don't have to do much digging, because as you get to your shack, your friend swoops down towards the entrance of it and kind of leads your head in a direction, and you notice there a very small care package. Paul does keep to himself. That's how he prefers it. But he's not one for keeping a friendly hand away from those who need it. And although Paul does not ask for anything in return, other than be kind and kind alike, people do still feel that Paul deserves something for his kindness. And there you do see little small care packages with some meat, some cheeses, some fresh milk, because the farmers around in the area, they again take care of their own, and Paul has become their own. And a little bag of sweets. I don't know if Paul is too big on sweets, but it does come with a nice little note, hand-drawn, from a little girl in town named Jeanette. It says, "Thank you."
Paul knows enough letters that Clara has taught him to recognize the word thank you, or at least what he thinks is thank you. But more than that, I think he smells her on the letter, and he knows that it's familiar and fine. And so I think he will shift into Hamid form to partake in the meal, trying to honor to some extent the people that left it for him and eat as they would.
Still kind of awkward, right? It has been time. This is not your first time shifting out of your form into the Hamid form, right? But it just feels unnatural. This is not the vibe for me, as the youths would say, as you've heard around town. Still don't really get what that means, but for some reason in this moment, it does feel right. You have a moment. Go ahead.
I think he struggles against that discomfort noticeably, and it's likely something that Storm recognizes in him. And as he's sitting there being uneasy with himself, Storm will simply fly over and take a rest upon his shoulder, being careful not to dig her claws in too much. Not that the pain is particularly mattersome to Paw, more so that, she values him enough to do that. And so with her trying to comfort him through that, he feels okay with it.
Beautiful. Tried and true. Friends come in many forms, shapes, and sizes. Storm has been a friend, almost a family member to Paul for a very long time. And of course, being that Storm doesn't speak, or at least not verbally, you always know exactly what they need or what they want. And in turn, they feel the same. And it's that connection, that animalistic connection without the aggression, that kind of sets you at ease. Having someone there to where you can sit in silence and they just know, kind of puts you in the right mindset to finish your evening. how does Paul sleep? Tonight, will he sleep in his Hamid form, or will he?
No, I think the only time he ever sleeps in Hamid form is when he's forced to in civilization. And if he has any control over it, he will sleep in lupus.
Perfect. So you finish your meal, you go into your home and shift back into the most comfortable state in your lupus form, and you do the spin in a circle, find the right spot, right?
Takes at least 4 circles. Kidding?
You find the groove, right? And then you lay down your head and you close your eyes and you slowly drift off to sleep. Paul, can you give me one more wits and awareness check, please?
The 1 cancels out the 8, right? Like,
In this case,
cancels out an 8. Yeah, so no successes.
No successes. Perfect. Paul, in the back of your mind, something's wrong. It's not enough to get you out of your sleep, but your ear begins to twinge, and you smell something. You smell something that's out of place. You really can't put your hand on it, and it's bothering you. But you're still not enough to shake yourself out of your sleep, but it's as if something is hovering or swirling in the wind. And it gently dances across your nose, and it awakens that sense. But you cannot figure out what it is. And in the sense of what any wolf or pup could imagine as a restless night of sleep, the tossing and turning, that begins to happen, but you do not move. If anybody was looking in on you while you were sleeping, you would look like you're having the best sleep of your life, but mentally you are tossing and turning. And the tossing and turning becomes black mentally, and it begins to swirl and spiral and dance, and then it morphs into colors, and the colors dull out to what looks like street lights. And the only reason why you can identify them as street lights is because you've seen them in town. But these street lights, you've never really interacted before outside of magazines, books, maybe glancing at a commercial that you see on someone else's TV because you don't own one. And you find yourself in an alleyway. But you're not by yourself. You don't even feel like yourself. You're looking down and you're walking on 2 legs. You're looking at your hands and they're not your own. And then in an instant, you feel someone tap you on your shoulder. And he goes, "Hey, you with me? You with me, man? You all right?" And you turn and you see this darker skinned male wearing a beanie. Bottoms are in camo, but he's in like a Henley long sleeve shirt. And you don't say anything, but for some reason this person still acknowledges and is like, "I don't understand why you keep coming down here. You can't answer every time they call. I get it. We were all in the shits together. But how much more of this are you gonna do?"
Awe is comfortable with the notion that dreams are an escape from Gaia, that they are a tether to the umbral. And so I think that despite the disconcertedness that most would feel, Paul feels different. I think he can recognize that this isn't him, this isn't his memory, this isn't his dream, that he's a passenger here. And so I think that he is going to just very calmly look at the person, recognizing the tension within them, and say, because I have to.
This person looks at you and he tilts his head and he kind of gives you a smirk and he goes, good old Sarge. You're always looking out for everybody else, man, but who's really looking out for you?
I got a pack. They look out when needed.
Yeah. Yeah. Squadron turned into a pack of miscreants. Man, you funny. You funny, Sarge. Every time somebody come calling on you, you come walking around. You see, I ain't call you. Your boy Darren ain't never called you. Oh, except for that one time. All right. All right, Sarge.
You can call when you gotta. You know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. The only reason why I'm down here is because you called me. We were on this little scavenger hunt for whatever. You said you had smelled something in the air. That's fine. All right. Well, let's bag a lunch and we'll figure it out. And then the two
let's keep hunting.
down. The two of you begin to walk down, and he goes, you smell that? And he turns his head and he spins around, and when he looks at you, his eyes open wide, and he goes, all right, don't move. And you tense up, and you see this man pull up his shirt, and he brandishes a weapon. He goes, don't move, Sarge. And everything slows down, and you can hear breathing that steps closer and closer, and it gets right to your ear, and it goes, get a dance. And before you can turn around and answer that very awkward question, the man in front of you brandishes his weapon, and in two flashes of light, your eyes snap open, and you're back in your home, in your lupus form. And Storm is just standing there looking at you with this protecting gaze. She knows what just happened, but she says nothing to you.
Paul, I think, knows too. Could he hear his own voice when he spoke in the dream, or did he hear someone else's voice?
It's a real good question. This is what happens when you play with a bunch of DMs. They ask these questions that you're just like, I hope they don't ask that. Roll me an intelligence and survival. I'm sorry, intelligence and awareness, please. I'm sorry.
I got 2 10s, and all the rest were below 6, but no 1s.
Damn. Okay. That's really good. It's a critical success. Yes. It was not your voice when you were speaking. Because of those 2 10s, and I would consider that a critical success, the voice you heard, you know who that was. It was your friend Rangel's. That's all I would give you.
That's fun.
Beautiful. So you sit with the notion of, and you know Gaia and her works, especially when it comes to speaking through dreams. You just don't know what it's for yet. So you sit with that for the rest of the night. Does Paul find sleep easy after this?
Oh, no, absolutely not. I don't know if Paul actually finds sleep at all. I think Paul disappears into the forest to find the moon in watching the moon, looking for any additional sign on what to do. And eventually exhaustion might take him and he, collapses. But I don't think he settles.
I will say this, Paul, when you're walking and you're trying to find your sense of peace within the moon in the forest, probably the only place where you do feel most at home and at ease, that smell. Strange smell. It doesn't grow stronger, but it's steady. It's in the air. You can almost feel it under your paws. Paul. And that sits with you. Oh. Fast forward to the next day. The sun is out. It's bright. It's wonderful in Battlegrounds, Indiana, a booming farmers and agricultural area. It's really not that booming, but that's what these people like to do out here, right? There's a very large community that's deep rooted within nature and the preservation and the good old American dream of planning and making your own. Don't look into that. We find ourselves right next to the national park. There is a small body of water that is open to all and all alike, where they can come, they can do a little bit of boating, paddle boating, some small fishing, not too crazy. But there is this lovely, quaint little bait and tackle shop that's right off of there that does boat rentals. You can get all types of wonderful food, boiled peanuts. I heard the cornbread's really good, and they harvest and service their own honey, locally and sustainable. Do it safely out here. And if you could, Beth, can you describe who is opening the shop that morning?
Well, this morning you see a rather harried, frustrated, pissed off Nash. She is wearing the same thing she always wears. Black jeans, black leather jacket, just plain t-shirt. She is not frantically pacing around the store, but just kind of, she's getting things done, but it's not right. This isn't how the mornings usually go. This is not her responsibility. She shouldn't have to be the one doing this right now. And it's really, it was really fucking annoying for the last few days, but now it's kind of concerning. So she kind of flits in and out. She starts, putting some things on shelves, scooping out the dead minnows, doesn't really throw them away, kind of just puts them in a little bowl off to the side.
And it's bright and early too. It's 7 a.m. This is not the time for somebody like Nash to be awake. But if they don't do it, who's going to do it?
Yeah,
and
there's usually coffee ready. Not today. And that sucks.
What's going on? Right?
Things aren't right.
Just like in every small town or any town that you've been in, there's always your early risers who's come up and you see this old Cadillac station wagon type thing pull up, and it's as loud as the day is long. And this old man pops out and he's like, "All right, time to get my coffee." And he's just walking up to you and he pokes his head in. You can hear that bell kind of ring and you just roll your eyes because it's only 7 o'clock. And this older gentleman comes in and he's just like, "All right. Excuse me, scary young lady over there. Where's coffee at?"
It's over. Just find it. You're in here all the time. Just it's over there.
Well, shit, the little customer service wasn't urgent. He kind of shuffles. For some reason, he's got a beat going on in his head, but he's like moving around.
It is too much for Ash this morning, or any morning.
Yeah, really. It really is, Nash, because like you said, the last couple days, fine. But it's been a week straight. You had to open up the shop every single day. And coming off of an all-nighter trying to do your other job as a bounty hunter, running, gunning, having fun, living the dream, to turn around and to open up some rinky-dink shop for people like that? It's a waste of my talents. It's all that runs through your head. Do me a favor, Nash. Could you give me a rage check? So roll 1d10, and you let me know if you got it a success. 6 or above.
That's a 10.
Ooh. You grit your teeth, and you clasp your hands together. You push your hair back, and you look at the old man who is struggling with the coffee creamer. He's just like, this thing's so heavy, and there's just creamer everywhere. What do you do?
I try to channel what I've been taught by everyone in my pack. Just, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all, I think is what Clara has said before. It's really fucking hard, though. Really fucking hard. He doesn't need coffee. Not at all. He seems a little too hyped up. All right. I'm gonna have to clean that shit up if you spill any more. Can you just say when? And she'll take it and start pouring.
And he's like,
What are we doing?
Fuck's sake. Okay. Enjoy this coffee. Have a super duper day. And she'll hand it over to him and just say, don't worry about paying. Just please leave.
don't worry about it. Thank you so much. Neil. And walks out. Nash, you begin to wipe up the ridiculous hazelnut creamer that's everywhere, because apparently that's all they have. And you start to think about it. It has been a week that I've had to open this shop. Well, what's going on? Give me a wits and awareness if you could, please.
Betcha. So many dice. Let's see. I got 10 and 8 and a 6, but no ones.
Okay, 3 successes, more than enough. You look around, you kind of peek outside a little bit, and you see that the outside mailbox is full. You take that out. You walk in and you notice that there are order forms that are half filled, and they're sitting on the edge of the register. That's not right. You go back to the cooler to start front-facing some of the items, and you notice that nothing has been rotated. This isn't your job, but your job is to notice details. And this isn't right. This is Rangel's shop. And this is his baby. He takes better care of this than himself. And everything here that you notice is misplaced and old. And that doesn't fly here. With your power of perception, with your persnickety peepers, had to. You can tell that with all of the buildup, with the mail, the items, even the creamer smelt a little off. It's been more than a week. And that concerns you. And while you're Sherlock Holmesing and putting these things together, it's cling, 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 cling. Your friend Clara walks in, probably to get her morning cup. Wow, disgusting.
Hi.
Hey,
There's coffee.
great. I'm gonna need it. Looks like you need it too.
Well, Rangel is fucked off for a week, and it's not right.
How long does he usually stay gone?
A couple of days.
Okay.
And, I've been annoyed because I've had to do this shit, but he should be back by now.
Yeah. Something's off. I keep having these dreams. I don't know.
Is that why you look like shit?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't look like shit.
No, you're right. I didn't get much sleep. I woke up after this dream and I just sort of sat in the corner. And it was really troubling.
Nash, if you could do me a favor, could you give me a wits and insight, please?
Yeah.
And while you're doing that, big shout out to good friend Scottish Jeff, who gave each of us 2 rage tokens. I think Deb now has 3, and
Thank you,
the rest
Jeff.
of them 2. Thanks so much, Jeff. You're the man. Glad to have you back, and I hope it goes well with the kitten.
I have 1 success with a 6. No ones.
You think that this is Clara just being a weird librarian? She's got them witchy vibes, those, what I'm saying? It's really not something that like
dreams. It's,
yeah. You're just like, okay, fine, get your witchy on. You kind of just brush it off. You're more concerned about the fact that you have to do all this work.
Yeah, it sucks.
And as you guys kind of, go ahead, keep going, please. Yes.
Is there coffee ready? I know it's not your.
Yeah. No, I mean, I had to make it because I so desperately need it. There should be 1 cup missing. There's some old fart came in, and don't use any of the creamer, first of all, because it fucking sucks. If you can't drink a black coffee, why bother? But also, it smelled a little off. So,
Okay, thanks. Oh, it spilled. Do you want? I'll start.
working on it. Just
Claire just starts like cleaning it up herself.
say
Hello. I got a package here for Mr. Rangel. Is that a
Yep.
hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Hello. I'll take it.
Are you Mr. Rangel?
Yep. That's me, Mr. Rangel.
All right, cool. Just sign here. Thank you.
And it's just like a scribble. The reading thing is going okay, but writing is a little,
All right, cool. Thank you. And then he just dips out. Your standard USPS driver. You look down at the package. It's super standard brown paper bag wrapping. Has actually a little bit of twine that's tied on the top of it, and it's obviously addressed to Rangel, but there's no return address.
Does it smell funky?
Smells like a paper bag.
Well, that's annoying. Yeah. Stupid fucking human body and limitations. Do we open this?
Fucking human body limitations, indeed.
Is that like socially acceptable?
Generally, no, but You know Rangel better than I do.
She starts shredding it open.
Oh, okay.
You shred the box open. It's not a big box. It's maybe about, I don't know, the size of a candle, right? You open it up and you pull it, and it's a CD. This is a CD with a picture of a spiral on it. And as you ponder that, the camera swoops out of the tackle shop, goes across the wonderful scenic views and a little bit more into an industrial area to where we see, well, Bleak, tell us who we see.
Well, our good friend Warren is a man in his mid-30s. Is he at work right now? What time of the day is it?
It's early morning, so I would say with this whole interaction is about 8:30. So yes, you would be working.
So he'd be coming into the office. He works for the federal government as an environmental specialist. He is, the type. He's got, as shown in the picture there, he's got a bit of a bandana on, holding back his long hair. All his gear is like hiking gear. It's like the Patagonia gear, the Merrell hiking boots, the tent material pants. He's got the little fanny pack with the little water bottle attached to it. He's got a backpack, a huge backpack full of stuff. Like, who needs a big backpack like that to go to work? But he's got one. His sunglasses, canvas pants. His sunglasses, of course, have the rope, around the neck, and then he's got 2 pairs of readers that dangle down here around his neck also. He's got a camera bag. Who knows why? He's going to the office, but he walks in chewing on a granola bar. Comes in and says hi to a couple of his fellow workers, and then sits down at his desk. Flips on the computer. Opens his bottle.
Before you can focus on your computer, you hear a, "Hey, old Warren, hey. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right.
Hey. Nothing. Quick question. So last week, right, I had that huge meeting, and I was wondering if you had the current numbers for me."
Didn't I mail those to you?
You mailed them to me? Like through the post box?
No, I emailed them to you. Didn't I do?
I didn't get any email, but
then I could have sworn I
takes out
emailed
his
them.
phone. No,
You don't have
man.
them? It's fucking
it's
system
fine.
here, man. Look, I'm sorry. Look, I was out in the field all at the end of last week. I guess maybe I thought I sent it to you. Oh, you know what? I was up by Battle Creek, and I tried to send it on my phone, but it's kind of spotty out there. So I'm willing to bet it kind of just, it's probably sitting in the bush somewhere. It just kind of got lost along the way. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'll get right on that. Just to remind me, and he'll pull up a pen, and his desk is a huge mess. He's got stuff everywhere. He's got pieces of driftwood. He's got flowers. He's got, all sorts of stuff, a bag of dirt that's just kind of lying there that's been there for about 7 months. Just,
Warren,
what numbers were those again? Can you just remind me?
No, Warren, you should know. Look, man, are you feeling all right? Is everything good at the house? Like, you need to talk?
Yeah. Why? Am I looking? What's going on? He rummages around, finds a metal flask, looks at himself. Corey?
You making sure that all the pipes are good? You know what I'm saying?
Are you asking me if I'm constipated?
Are you?
No, man. I eat so much fucking fiber. I go to the fucking bathroom 3. Why are we even talking about what's going on? Look, what the fuck? What numbers do you want? What number? Just tell me the numbers you want. What are the numbers you want?
Listen,
Warren, don't worry about it. I'm in the field 3-4 days a week. All right. I lost my fucking wellies last week up by Old Man Grander's fucking farm. Like, that guy's got fucking there's just mud everywhere, and I lost one of my wellies, and I had to fucking hike back 2.5 miles with one fucking boot on, right? So look, mosquito. Like I got concerns. All right, there's stuff going on, and I'm sorry if the email didn't find you where you were. I will fix it. All right, just tell me what numbers you want. I'll send you all the numbers. I'll send you so many numbers you're going to be drowning in them. You're going to be like, where are all these numbers coming from? They're coming from Warren's fucking email.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's not a problem. I'll
Look, you're coming at me with numbers, and I'm telling you, man. You know, like you can't reduce.
I get it.
You can't reduce nature to numbers, right? Plants are not numbers. Waterways are not numbers. Fucking the lily pads are being eaten alive by something we don't know what. There's something in the water that's eating all the lily pads, and that has a huge impact on the rest of the ecosystem. But you want numbers. I'll get you numbers. Just tell me what numbers you want. I'll get you all the numbers. I'll get you.
Fine. Okay, fine. I get it. Okay, fine. I get it. You're an outdoors man. It's fine. The numbers we need is your expense report for the last quarter. If you want budget still filtering in your nature project here, then I'm gonna need some justification on what it is that you're doing when you're wellying. What the fuck is a welly? I try to be nice. I try to be cordial about it, but it's been 6 weeks. That meeting was last week, and we needed that information. You want to keep playing in the sand? You want to keep playing in the dirt? You want to quit twitching your nuthers with lily pads? Give me your fucking expense report. And he walks out.
Warren gets up, stares at him go, and looks at the next guy in the other cubicle.
And he's like, I just work here, big dog. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
It has been stressful, hasn't it, Warren?
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit on my nerves.
Give me a rage check.
Oh, why? 9.
You kind of sit down at your desk. You push the papers aside. You got a chia pet that you've been working on for the past 2 weeks. You start rubbing it with your finger.
Hey, Gaston.
You're good.
Doing okay, buddy? Get a little water there? I can't wait. You're gonna look just like Bob Ross. It's fucking amazing. You know, Bob Ross had it right. You know, like maybe in the corner of the room there where the water tank is, maybe there's a happy little tree. And maybe over there where the filing cabinet is, maybe there's a babbling brook just babbling away. And maybe instead of these concrete pylons supporting this roof, we have beautiful birch trees. Their branches just reaching out. All right, I'm out of here. Fuck it. He gets up, he looks at the guy, and he's like, look, if he comes looking back for me, tell him I went on looking for numbers, all right? I'll stop.
Gotcha. Hey, before you leave, Warren, Bernita, she dropped this off on your desk. I took it off your desk because you got a lot going on, but here, and he hands you a very small package.
Who dropped this off?
Bernita in post.
Okay.
Postal. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I pick up the package.
Open it up. Very small test tube. And you pick it up and you look at it, and it looks like one of your samples that you would have, lake water, pond water, maybe for some scum. But then you smell it like you just do. And you're walking and you smell it, and it smells familiar. A couple weeks ago, you were out doing you were working, as we say, or as you'll say, and you did come up to a very small body of water. And normally, you kind of hang out, channel your focus, but something was off. This is probably where you lost your wellies, because when you squat down and you look, there's something swirling, really shadowy within that water. And the scent on the package matches the scent that you remember. It's off. This has been adding to your frustration for the past couple weeks.
Do I think that this is off enough to warrant me taking a trip. I see the others.
Unfortunately, it is off to the point to where, yes, you are going to have to go see the rest of the pack.
Fucking damn it. Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'm gonna be out all day. Yeah, so just cover for me, all right? I gotta.
Hey, Warren.
Yeah.
Hey, Warren. Hey, Warren. No one fucking cares, man. Just leave.
Yeah, that's the fucking problem, man. No one fucking care. That's the fucking problem.
Warren.
Yeah.
Warren. I don't fucking care, man. Just leave. Okay?
All right, and fucking stop eating my trail mix. I know you've been eating my trail mix, all right? I make that
Ain't
special.
nobody eating that hippity dippity granola bullshit. Warren's
Fucking
not very
watching
liked
you.
for some
Nope.
reason.
You're just fucking eat. You just eat the chocolates that I put in it. I know it's you. I've seen you do it. Just don't.
Ain't nobody eating that Walgreens trail mix. Warren, bye.
I make my own. As I'm leaving, I make my own goddamn trail mix. I'll have you know, I mix it myself. I buy the stuff at Folk Barn and I make.
As he's like putting your trail mix like in his hand, he's like, yeah, mhm. You guys, I get to mess with Bleak now. And I'm having a great time. As you leave the building, you're still transfixed on the scent mostly. You don't see anything within the sample, but it is that scent that is bothering you. And you make your way over to where the pack is. And that, my friends, is where we're going to take a break.
Break.
Yeah, quick one.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us over here. I'm having the time of my life. I was so nervous for a couple weeks, but now I am flying on cloud 9. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are great. Y'all are great. And I know y'all are great. And you guys are great too. We're going to be back in a couple minutes. We'll try to keep it a tight 5 to where we get the second half. Please hang out with us. If you can't, we understand, but we would be cooler if you did. Hey. And we're back. Thank you so much for sticking around with us here for the second half of this awesome game of Werewolf the Apocalypse. Yeah. Also, shout out to everybody who gave bits and cheers. They're definitely going to be helping with what I got planned. Maybe on this episode, maybe or not. We'll have to see. I'm thoroughly having fun. I hope you all are having fun. I hope the players are having fun. We're going to get right on into it again. So, we cut back to the tackle shop. Clara and Nash, you guys are still kind of conversating. Clara, your schedule is a little bit how you'd like it, right? You're not a volunteer. You are, hired on, but you don't have a strict schedule. So you're kind of just kicking it with Nash, mostly helping them get things together, get the morning kick started. Then, bling, 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 hear the door open again. Eye roll from Nash, but this time it's our buddy Paw coming in.
So
It's kind of
I didn't get an opportunity actually to describe Paw previously because he had been in his wolf form predominantly in the previous scene. So basically what you see is a very disheveled man, somewhere in his 40s. It's kind of hard to tell because, he's got, thick, unkempt beard, thick hair. There's some gray in it in various places. All of his clothes look like they aren't the right size for him. And they're definitely torn in various places. He wears a lot of denim and flannel and all of that. He does have a pack that he carries across one shoulder, but it's uncomfortable for him to carry that pack. And it very much is like the newest thing that he has. It was a recent gift that was left for him, and he still isn't quite sure what to do with it, and it just looks awkward. He just looks like an awkward person, and he kind of just makes his way in. As soon as the door the bell rings above the door. He like stops the door and stares up the bell and gives a shiver and comes in.
Hey,
Morning.
do you want coffee?
No, that stuff's nasty. Are you kidding?
It's necessary.
I mean, no, it's not.
Do you want a Twinkie? I've taken one off the shelf and
Ugh.
am eating it.
I mean, if you're trying to kill me, sure, I'll eat one, but you're not trying to kill me.
Have you had one? They're
Yeah, I've smelled them and they're bad enough.
You can have the dead minnows that I scooped off for the morning. I was saving them, but
I already ate. I'm fine. I'm assuming that neither of you have seen Rangel.
no. Have you?
Sorta. I think he's in trouble. But, I had dreams. Guy came last night, sort of influencing things again, like she does, and I saw Rangel with a buddy, I think from the army time, and he
Was he in a meat
Hang on.
locker?
no, this was in the middle of it was like what do you call them, the spaces in between buildings with concrete and road underneath.
Alleys.
That's it, yeah. And there was streetlights all around. There were different streetlights than our streetlights, though. They weren't the same. But I think Rangel got shot. Anyway, it don't set right with me. I don't know, that could just be what the spirits think correlates to what actually happened, but not actually what happened, or it could be exactly what happened. Those kinds of things are always weird. Anyway, I think he's in trouble. I think he's in deep trouble. Something don't smell right with it. And I think we got to do something about it. I want to do something about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's go. We got to find him, right? We got to jump on it. Don't want to waste any more time.
I'd rather not. I feel like I wasted all night and I didn't sleep too good with it. And I wanted to get started last night, but everything's just so weird right now. I'm feeling a little lost, and yeah. So you're the best tracking person that I know. So I hope your nose can find him.
Yeah. I think I can. I mean, we're just gonna stand around here.
Just turns and looks at the door like on edge.
And kind of with a determined walk coming in, you see your buddy Warren, still kind of transfixed on what's he got in his hand, and he kind of looks up like this, shaking out of a daze.
Hey Warren,
Are you holding a meeting? What?
no, I mean maybe. What is that exactly?
Oh.
It's invisible.
No, any that's not what I meant. But all right.
What?
A meeting? A
Are
meeting is
you okay?
just
You
a
look off.
A meeting, yeah. A meeting is something that they call instead of just sending an email to everybody, and then they come around asking you for numbers 6 weeks after, and it's a fucking pain. And yeah, it's what a meeting is.
What's the email?
Don't worry about it. You don't need to know. It's
Okay, good.
Warren, your phone is buzzing uncontrollably.
Oh, Jesus. What the... he's got, of course, like a big
Text.
thing on this side, and actually he's probably got a watch. Like a watching... yeah, hold on.
Message comes up on your watch.
I don't even bother with that shit.
Where the hell are you?
I'm at the lab. I'm at the lab.
Warren?
I'm at the lab.
Warren.
I'm at the lab. I got a specimen. I'm getting it. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. Just put that under the microscope there and crank it up like to 100. Yeah, thanks. Look, I'm at the lab, man. You're fucking bothering me here. Like I'm trying to get some work done, but
Gary told me that you were out on a little jaunt or whatever.
Yeah,
what did we talk
jaunt to
about
the
this
lab.
morning?
Jeez.
What lab? It should be.
It's the
But-
lab that analyzes. Look, I got. Look. I got this
Was it-
sample. I got this sample.
The
I'm
the
ge-
signal's cutting in and out. You can't hear him. Is he? Back. Fired. Dude. Cuts out.
No, it's okay. No, I don't need the raise. I'm happy to keep doing the job. Yeah, man. It's just a labor of love. I love it so much, and yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, employee them with, well, no, it's not necessary. No, it's cool. Look, I'm just doing my job. Yeah, absolutely. All right, okay. Yeah, look, I'll call you back. All right, okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. President. All right. Yeah. So I got this. I got this. Well, smell this. He opens it up. Just inhale, but do not touch.
And as soon as he opens it up, every single one of you just get hit with this foul, putrid smelling, like it's the worst thing. Wet eggs, trash, vomit. It is terrible. And it's almost to the point to where it's unbearable.
I think for Paw, it absolutely is unbearable. And he immediately surges forward and just plants one hand on top of it to cover the scent.
I know, it's like you're fucking downwind from Gary, Indiana. I know.
Why are you carrying
Oh, can I
around
get
worm
a-
smell in your pocket?
Because this is how you carry it around. Otherwise,
Or you don't carry it around?
Well, yeah, I gotta bring it here so you guys can take a look at this. Like,
Why do we want to take a look at it?
Because this is not normal. I've seen this a few places now. A couple places I've been to. It's having a big impact. I sent it to the lab last week. Came back with, they have no clue what the fuck it is. And I'm thinking, like maybe, and he hands you the bottle. Maybe
He just
like,
backs up. I don't
I
know who the lab is, but whoever they are, they need to probably get themselves checked because that is nastiness.
I know
That is
I
corruption
know.
in its purest form.
That's why I'm here. You think I'm coming here just because I want to get... And he picks up some beef jerky, and he opens it and starts eating the beef jerky.
Deb, that scent is familiar. It's the same scent that you smelled with that interaction in the meat locker. Please continue.
I think this is important. Pa, I know Warren just came in here with this. You're worried about Rangel. Nash is worried about Rangel. Warren, have you heard from Rangel?
Wait, are we worried about Rangel now? Because I was kind of hoping Rangel would be here so that I could...
I was hoping that he would be here too, because I've been having these dreams, but
Yeah, but Clara, you're kind of
I
always
This-
having
Wait.
dreams.
What
This is
were your
different.
dreams, Clara? What were your dreams?
it was like I was chained up in a meat locker, and there were people
Ooh.
came in army people.
Claire, I'm going to ask you a difficult question here, and you're going to have to really think about what it means to you. Was your perspective yours, or was your perspective someone else's? When you was dreaming this, were you feeling someone else's vision, or were you looking in your own eyes?
It was me, but it was not me.
Hey, could it have been Rangel? Could he have been reaching out to you?
I don't know. And Clara starts panicking.
Hey, Clara.
Paw just comes over and grabs onto both of her hands and locks her eyes with his, and you can see the animal in his eyes coming out as he locks eyes, but there's no growl or grimace or anything in his face. It's just the purest connection that he can make to her in that moment. It's all right. These dreams, these are gifts that are hard. No one expects you to understand them. Gaia don't expect us to understand them. It's okay. I've been doing this a long time, and I don't really understand all of them. It's okay. If you're thinking that your feelings are Rangel being in trouble, trust that instinct. Trust your feelings, because they're going to know better than your mind ever will. Does your feelings say Rangel's in trouble?
I think so. I wouldn't have said that last night, but with your dream, and you said something about the army, and Nash said that Rangel hasn't been here for a while, and this thing that Warren brought, that smell, I smelled that in my dreams.
When was the last time, look at Nash, when was the last time you did see Rangel?
Just over a week ago. And, he disappears for a couple of days, but it's been a long time.
All right, well, do you try calling him?
No.
This all just came to happen this morning, Warren.
Okay, well, they're on the phone now.
Okay, go right ahead.
Do it. I'm not good with those.
Oh, for crying out loud, you guys. Like, fucking, you're not wild animals living in the fucking, well, okay, Paw is, but the rest of you, you gotta get together with the fucking times. Give me the phone number, I'll do it. Have his phone.
Why
don't you
go behind
you
the
don't
counter?
have
I think it's
Rangel's
written down.
number? Why don't you?
No, I don't have Rangel's. Why would I have Rangel's number?
Nash, you know
Out of all of us, you should.
Because I'm the
Yeah.
only one who uses the phone?
No.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's true.
No, but just to stay connected. I don't. it just-
I like, I don't know, like,
I'm gonna grab Warren's phone and put Rangel's number in it and save it as a contact.
when you hand it back, he'll take it from you, and he'll be like, hey, you okay? You all right?
She sort of rubs her arms, and it's just been a weird couple weeks.
Yeah, well, I get what Pa's saying and all that, but dreams are dreams, they can't hurt you. I mean, not like an
Well, that
email
ain't
from the
exactly
boss,
true, but I mean,
yeah, but just trying to comfort poor, Clara here, telling her that her dreams are gonna rip her apart. Maybe it's like not the way to calm someone down. All right, I'm gonna dial Rangel's. Oh, hold on, I just gotta change it. You didn't capitalize the R. It's gonna drive me crazy. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Orin's definitely that guy.
I'll call him. I got him. It's okay. It's cool. I got it. Call him. Yep. Rangel?
On the other, you hear a
What's up, buddy?
more people to dance with.
I take it it's not Rangel's voice.
That is not Rangel's voice.
Put it on speaker. Who is
Took
this?
you all over. Just a friend. I
Okay.
assume you all are the ragtag pack, the new squadron.
No, this is Sergeant Jeffrey Jones of the Battlegrounds Sheriff's Department.
It'd be wise not to lie to me, boy.
I'm a law enforcement officer. Would you kindly identify yourself?
More people to dance with. And the phone hangs up.
Fucking dance instructor, Jesus Christ. Anyone recognize that voice?
I'll recognize that voice.
Let me get a wits and awareness, Paul. I'm sorry, wits and insight, please.
Good at that. See how good. 2 6s.
2 6s. Paul, you do recognize that voice. Not clearly, but you remember that it's the same person that asked you to dance in your dream.
I feel like that individual is the one from my dream, my vision. It's not a dream now, it's a vision. And they got Rangel and they hurt him.
Okay. Give me a sec, will you? He'll go up to the window and open one of the windows and let out a little whistle. And as he does, a little magpie will come flying in and alight on the edge of the window. And Warren will sort of just give it a little scritches under the thing and kind of coo to it a little bit. I would like to use my Sound Strider gift Fetch Bounty.
Okay, and if you could let me know and the people know what that does.
No.
And if there's... Okay, fine.
Yeah, with the aid of local spirits, the Garou is able to locate any mundane object they seek, receiving guidance by scent at the nearest instance of the item. Although the gift locates only non-living objects, it can be useful when a Garou is in need of food, vehicle, or new set of clothes. A magpie spirit grants this gift. I will look for Rangel's phone.
Perfect.
You said
Good.
perfect like it's not perfect.
Yeah, perfect. You look for Rangel's...
It costs me 1 willpower, and I have to do a wits and wisdom. Werewolf decides on an item. Player makes a wisdom test difficulty depending on the rarity of the item regard to the area now specifically want to be. So if you decide to do that, you tell me what that is, and meanwhile I will make my roll.
Beautiful. So it's not bad. So it's not going to be too hard of a difficulty, but you go ahead and you make that roll for me.
Wits, and I said
Wisdom.
wisdom.
Wits plus wisdom.
Wits and wisdom.
What's my difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 4 on this one.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 successes and a 1, so 3 successes.
3 success. Not too bad. Any ones on those? Except,
Yeah,
you
I
got
had a
one,
and
right?
it canceled out
The success. Your magpie kind of looks at you and kind of hops around, and then they fly out the window. And then in a moment, they come back to the ledge, and they fly past you, and they fly themselves into a back door, where Nash, you know to be where Rangel's office is. And you can hear a kind of, I don't know what magpie sounds make, but they kind of coo or chirp, kind of like signaling you to come over here.
No one's in there. I walk and I stand behind Nash.
Nash just goes right in and
Guy's been here right now. Sit there.
Nash, you're a certified badass. This is what you do, right?
Yep.
So you just kind of like look at Warren and you're like, okay, all right, fine. And then you go ahead and you walk into Rangel's office. You're still a little bit hesitant, right? You've been trained well by Rangel and his buddy who got you the job at the Bounty Hunter. So you slowly pop it open. You check your points. You hit your corners, your 1s and your 2s. Once you've cleared that, you push your back and you check your other corner points. Do a clean sweep. Granted, the room ain't bigger than a popcorn fart, so it's not that much to clear. But you clear the room nonetheless. Once you go into the office of Rangel, you see the magpie, and they're just kind of standing and chirping next to a phone. It's Rangel's office phone. You're like, okay, yeah, okay, whatever. But you notice there's a blinking light. It's an old school phone.
Warren,
Yeah.
What- what does this do? No, there's no one in here. Just come look at
just
this.
on the phone.
No, but it's not. I think it's this other one. And it's
To the office.
flashing, and I don't want to break it.
You don't know
It's
what
an
to
old
do
school
with that?
answering machine. Yeah.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna fuck it up. All right.
Okay, fine. I will press play on the
Yeah.
answering machine.
Says, hi Rangel, thank you so much. You helped me out with the passes for my kids. They are so excited to go fishing. Thank you again so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Mr. Rangel, we've been looking to call you about your car's extended warranty. We would really like for... Hey man, I got your call. I don't really condone this. There's not too many times you need to be coming up here and saving people's lives, but you know me, I'm down to ride. Holla at me. Hey. Well, I normally wouldn't call, but it's happening again. And I could really use your help. I just don't. Hello? Hey, what? No, I wasn't doing anything. I just end of messages.
Did I recognize the second to last person as the friend in the vision?
You did. Now.
Don't suppose there's any way to know how old those messages are, is there?
There is. Oh, thought you were asking me. Sorry, go.
No, it's okay. Sorry, I thought he was asking me in character, so.
Yeah, I was.
But yeah, normally there's a timestamp that would play just before the thing, so I don't know if they're there or not, Ian, but.
Yes, so it's an old school answering machine, so the messages are going to be within this week. The most recent ones are going to be the first ones played, and then the older ones are going to be the last one played. So if I had to put a time frame on it, the first one from the lady was yesterday. The last one from the person who was obviously in desperation was beginning of the week Monday. We're going to say today is Saturday.
So the second to last one that played, that was a friend of Rangel's from his army days. I don't know him, but I know him. I know that sounds weird, but you're just gonna have to go with me on it. That's whoever's helping out Rangel right now. But I think maybe turned on him, set him up. He said, "Come up here." Anybody know what that might mean?
No, but if this turn to Nash, do you know of Rangel or any of his friends having like a cottage or something somewhere?
That's a great question. Ian, do I know anything like that?
You've heard Rangel talk a little bit about his friends, like from his old army days. Nobody has like a cottage per se. Rangel is the nature enthusiast. The rest of them have either re-enlisted and deployed elsewhere, PCS somewhere, or they didn't take up another contract and they kind of spread out. But there are a few people who are still within the area. If you could, though, Nash, if you could roll me a wits, and this one will also be a wits and awareness too. Difficulty on this one's gonna be a 4.
Okay, I got 2. 4 successes and no
Okay.
ones.
No ones. Beautiful. You kind of give that information to Warren, right? Rangel's open with his info, but when it comes to his past military days, he's a little bit more reserved. He did not have a good time. He did not join the military because he was so proud of his country. He joined the military out of necessity. It was either that or jail for him. So although this was something that he looks back on, it's not fondly. And what he does look back fondly on are the people. And you do know that he talks about a few folks. One of them by the name of Darren Matthews. With that success, you will also know and have the wherewithal that as old school as Rangel is, he keeps a book around here. It has important numbers, notes, addresses, things along the lines. He keeps it in his office because that's where all the business stuff is. So that would be something to look into as well.
Yeah, I'll do a sweep of the office looking for that, and then anything else that might seem out of place or, anything like that.
When you say out of place, what is it that you would not want to see? Other than like a severed head, like,
Yeah,
like,
blood splatter,
right.
I think if there's any any paper that's torn or in the floor, if any drawers were left open, things like that aren't really his deal.
For sure. As with your previous experience, right, within your current job being a bounty hunter, you have a keen sense of awareness and an eye. If you could, though, roll me an intelligence and an awareness, and you let me know if you get any 10s on this one. If you do, you're going to love it. If you get 1, roll by it.
Then I'm not going to love it.
Yeah.
I got a 6, 8, and a 1.
You got a 6, 8, and a 1. Okay, so technically you got 1 success.
Yeah.
So you shuffle around. There's so much crap in here. Like, there's paper everywhere. Like, how does somebody keep this
Why do people
together?
need all this stuff? Get it.
Warren, can you roll me an intelligence and awareness, please? And I'm gonna say if you roll any ones, you can ignore those.
Yeah, this.
While we're doing
Hold
that,
on
I
to
saw
your
some
underwear.
raiders coming in.
I got
Hey, what's going on, raiders?
Raiders coming in. Oh, was that Dungeon Mr. Ty?
I thought I saw some raiders in there.
Yeah, it was
That-
Dungeon
that-
Mr. Ty. Raid
Ah.
of 1, the most dangerous raid ever. Dungeon Mr.
Ever.
Ty is in your pantry. I got 2 10s, a 9, and then some other.
Oh, jeez. No ones, though, yeah?
You told me to ignore the ones. I did roll 1-1, but you told me to ignore it.
But you ignore it. Beautiful. 2 10s and a 9. That's awesome. You keep your desk this way. And if anyone else saw any other place to where you live, they would just be appalled. This is your natural habitat. You walk in and you look around, you have your keen eye, and you're like, hold on. Nash, when you're watching Warren do this, you just see somebody ferociously shoveling papers, but Warren, you are dialed in. You know exactly what you would do if this was you. You shovel some papers to the side, you pop open a drawer, you take something out. Why is that a bag of chips? Okay, cool. And you keep digging in there and you turn around and you pull out the tiniest black book that you have ever seen in your life. You have it in your hand.
Voila.
What does that mean?
I have no clue, but I think that's what the Germans say when they find something. Let's take a look at this thing. Probably all his lovers. Think Rangel has a lot of lovers? He's a good-looking guy. I'm assuming he probably has a couple of lovers.
He's a great-looking guy.
Takes off his sunglasses, puts on his readers, opens up this tiny notebook.
In there,
Jesus.
you can see just notes of a madman, numbers, addresses, reminders. There's a recipe in there for an apple pie. Crazy. Yeah, you just comb right on through there.
Fucking so many numbers here. I think I'm just going to email this to my boss. Oh, shit. He's got a paw in this, but there's no number next to it.
As you're flipping through this teeny tiny address book that he has there, you do come across a page. And in there, it just says Battle Buddies. Right? And you see a few names. You see Benjamin Jacobs, and then there's a number. You see George McDumphrey. There's an international number. It looks like it's German. You see something that says BG, right? And there's no information next to it. But then you see one that says Darren Matthews with a number. It looks local.
Hey, old timer. What was that name you had for his buddy?
Darren.
Urethra.
You know I can't read that.
I'm showing it to Clara. She's a librarian. I'm sure she can read.
I can kind of read.
Well, you're doing great.
Whose fault is it? You're the one teaching me.
If you wouldn't get so frustrated all the time.
It gets really fucking annoying. There are so many rules that don't make sense.
All right, hold on. I'm making a call. Where's this number? Darren? Hold on. I'm going to reverse check it on... Oh, God damn it. Does he have the internet? Does he have a computer?
God, can we just fucking go out and look for him in person? Do we have to keep making phone calls and doing all this
We're
shit?
just going to call
Does
this
this even
guy.
do anything?
We're just going to call this guy, all right? Look, hold on. Fish into one pocket, fish in another. Go around. Here. Have a Cliff Bar. Relax. You're not yourself when you're hungry. Okay.
You have fish in your pocket? Sorry.
A Cliff Bar. All right. That area code. I'm gonna look that up. Where's that area code?
You pop in that area code and it pops up Gary, Indiana.
God damn it. Fucking Gary. All right, I'm gonna fucking call the number.
Who's Gary?
It's not a guy, it's a place, although there's probably a guy called Gary in Gary, Indiana. That'd be the kind of fucking shit this place would pull.
Sure. Hold on for a second. No, I got a quick phone call. Just take the damn order and I'll be back. Hello?
Yeah, hi. Is this Darren?
Hello?
Is this Darren? What was his name? Darren Matthews?
And his name Darren.
Well, what was his? Is this Darren Matthews? Can I speak to Darren Matthews, please?
Yeah, this is what you need. What's up?
Hey man, I'm a buddy of Rangel's down here in Battleground. We're kind of looking for him. I don't want to alarm you or anything. He's not like a person of interest in a crime or anything like that. We're just trying to locate him. Have you seen him? You talked to him recently?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's an old battle buddy of mine. I talked to. What's going on? What's wrong with him?
Nothing. It's just he's been gone for about a week, and we just haven't had any news. So we figure we'd check up on him. You know how Rangel is. He likes to go gallivanting about a little bit here and there. But wondering.
Yeah,
if you'd,
Hey man, who are you? Who is this?
Hey, my name is Warren Stills. I'm a friend of his down here in Battleground. I'm with Nash Crosby and.
Man, I don't know who this people. Warren Stills. You sound like a Fed. I don't know anything.
You
What?
mentioned that.
Hello?
Actually, I am, but I work for the Environmental
Click.
Protection. Oh, Christ. Clara,
Hang up the phone.
Clara, come here. Clara, here. You want to call?
The same guy? I don't.
Yeah, just call the same guy. Like, look, he seemed to know something. So it's okay. You can use my phone.
Okay.
Hold on. There, I'll just wipe it down for you.
That's very.
Dash, can we go check and see if Rangel's truck is here?
Please, fucking please, can we do something? God, turn around and start walking out.
Got it.
Thank you.
Are you calling him back?
I guess.
Hey,
All right.
you want a Cliff Bar too? I think I probably have another one.
Sure.
I got peanut butter and chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip. Very cool.
The phone is actually ringing towards you guys now. Same number. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Yeah. This is y'all just call me. Y'all know who it is. Y'all looking for Rangel?
Yeah, we are. Do you know where he is? Is he in? We're worried something bad has happened. Do you know anything? We really need to find him.
Look, first of all, he called me. All right. Like he's always running behind people, trying to make sure that they're okay and all this shit. And I told him before that I was gonna get his ass in trouble. All right. Like, listen, I'm just, when I left the military, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all I want to do is I want to find a place to where I can smoke ribs, I can make my barbecue, and I happen to find that here again. I'm living my life, right? I'm out here making ribs and shit. It's having a good time. Anyway, yeah. He called me. He was running behind one of our corporals.
What day did he call you?
This was like, it's about a week ago-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was he looking for?
He had a call from one of our, I'd say buddies, but they're not really a buddy, but one of our dudes who always run into some shit. And so, Rangel out there, Captain Saberho. So like, that's what he was doing. And he asked me to help this time. He kind of got hemmed up. And I don't really know what happened after that, but I heard some stuff. But Rangel's tough. Like, he get him. I'm surprised y'all haven't seen.
You don't have any more details? We really need to find him.
I mean, I don't like to get in the middle of shit. You
I
what I'm
know.
saying?
We won't. This is the last you'll hear of us. I promise.
I doubt it. I mean, I'm not stupid. I can sense it on the phone. Yeah. You like the moon as well? Come on, I'm in public. Help me out.
You could
Jeez.
say that. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can sense that shit on the phone. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be the last time I see. All right, listen. Let me finish my shift over here, and I'll give y'all a call back. I call this. Is this the Fed's number?
No, it's my buddy Warren. He's fine. He's cool. He likes the moon too.
Really? That motherfucker? Okay. Oh, I understand. It takes all types. Gaia knows best. I bet. I'll call y'all when I'm done.
Where do you work?
I got what was that?
Where do you work?
Oh, a little barbecue place down in here in Gary, some of the best barbecue around. Gary's barbecue. Man, we got. It's really. You sound like a nice lady. I'll take you here sometime. Oh, okay. I'm coming. I really gotta go. Okay. The smoker's only for. And then he hangs up the phone.
Hey, what did he say?
He said that Rangel is in trouble. He thinks that Rangel can get out of it, but based on the fact that we're all here this morning, I think we probably should go looking for him. He said he's going to call us back after he gets done at work. He works at some place called Gary's Barbecue in Gary. So,
Fucking bigger.
um,
So, we gotta go to Gary.
he's going to call us. I mean, I guess we could go to Gary because I know Pa and Nash are going to get pretty antsy just waiting around for him to call
Yeah.
back.
Okay. Might as well go see what they're up to. Hey, by the way, I want to say I read that book that you recommended, Anna Green Gables.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was kind of like, it's kind of zen, it was kind of like calming in some ways. Like, like she gets up to a lot of little things and, things kind of work out. So it's kind of like that way. But I felt like, you know what it felt like reading it? It felt like I'm at my grandma's house somewhere on the edges, near the forest, and everything is kind of green and silver, and there's rain that's just kind of dropping down, and you're sitting by the window and you're watching the rain streaking down that window, and you're just hearing the little pitty patter of it on the roof, and she's in the other room making you like, some cocoa or something, and you're just sitting on a couch, like kind of comfy, and you're reading that, and then it's kind of like, just kind of, like, kind of good for the soul, like.
Yeah, I know you really like Octobers, and she says that she's so glad to live in a world where there's October. So
That was really great. Yeah. Anyways, that was great. If you have another recommendation, I'd be glad to have it.
yeah, let me think about what might be good next.
Is that what's referred to as cottagecore? Is that what the kids are calling cottagecore these days?
Sure, yeah.
That makes sense.
While this conversation is happening, cottagecore? Okay, Bleak, we need to speak later.
Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the raid. You came in just as we're discussing Anna Green Gables on Werewolf the Apocalypse because, hey,
Because that's what happens on a Bleakseason show.
No, this is your boy Big Show. What are you talking about?
Boy Big Show.
And we cut to outside to Paul and Nash as you go to see if Rangel's truck is outside. Please.
I think Paw is just following Nash at this point, and he's like rooting around in his backpack while we're trying to walk to wherever Rangel usually parks his truck.
If, I feel like we'd see it right away or not. Is it like immediately visible where it normally would be?
It is.
Okay.
And yeah, his truck is there.
Yeah, Nash will kind of beeline right over, take a look. without opening the doors at first, do like a little once around, then see if it's unlocked, and
It's
try
unlocked.
to explore. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Let me know what it is that you're looking for.
She'll look for first to see if the keys are in it, like if he had tried to go to the car and but also she'll check the glove box, if there's like a center console, see if there's anything of import, and also like if there's any receipts from anywhere or anything.
Gotcha. Let me get a intelligence and investigation, please.
Yeah. That is 1-6 and no ones.
1-6. The truck is open. You look in the glove box. There is a ton of receipts. Like, it's ungodly. He has a paper obsession for some reason. What's wrong with this guy? One thing you do notice, and I will give this to you, as with any former military person, you check under the passenger seat, and he's only spoken to you this in confidence because, of course, with your background and him getting you actually the position with the bounty hunter, he's like, hey, if anything ever goes a little bit awry, okay, there's a gun under the passenger seat. Won't really use it, but it's there. It's not there.
Okay.
Other than that, you don't really see too much out of place. It's not like there was like a window broken or anything, but there are just a ton of receipts. It's ridiculous.
Fucking guy. Paw, his gun's gone.
So I think that's all very much oblivious to Paw. I think he just recognizes that there's something not right about the fact that he's missing and that his truck is here. And I think he finishes rooting around in his pack, and he pulls out some, like this small wrapped bushel of herbs and mushrooms that he has already set up for himself. And then, so actually I should ask this before I do this. Where is the truck parked? Is it like out back behind the shop, or is there any privacy to where we're at?
Kind of. So we're leading towards like the later morning, afternoon era. A lot of the people who came through to get bait and permits and stuff, they've already done that. The truck is parked on the side of the tackle shop, so if you were to view it, it's the front door of the shop, there's the ice machine, and then there's an overbay that kind of hangs on the side of it. The truck is parked a little bit deeper in that little bay there. Beautiful, thank you. So to the left of that open sign, there's a little canopy bay. That's where the truck is.
Gotcha. Okay, so I think then that Paw is going to move to the canopy area, and as much in the shadowed area of it as he can, and he pulls out this bushel of herbs and grass and mushrooms, and he starts to eat it, and I'm going to shift into Hispo form.
Okay.
And I wish to activate Sight from Beyond.
Perfect. Let the people know what that does.
So Sight from Beyond is activating it in this way is Paw willing prophetic visions to manifest around him, basically cutting himself off from the perceptions of reality, and extending his gaze into the umbral to see either the past, present, or future, and mainly is centered around things that are symbolic or dangerous to the space that he is in.
I love that.
So I have to spend a willpower point, and I have to roll an intelligence plus wisdom for that.
Let me know what you get.
and I'm going to use one of my rage tokens preemptively, just to guarantee that I get at least something out of this. But this is also technically something that he's good at, so we'll see. Not too bad. I did get 3 successes on top, but I rolled a 1, so that cancels one of those successes. So 3 total, including the rage token spent.
So you center yourself as best as you can, deep rooting with your connection with the Gaia. It's so difficult. You don't know if it's because of the unnatural sounds that are surrounded by you compared to when you do this when you're alone, or if maybe it's your exhaustion from the day before, but you're having trouble connecting, but you do. If you could for me, Paul, how do these images resonate with you? Are they flashes? Is it a full out scene?
I think it depends on the circumstance. That if it's not, like, I feel like if it is a highly emotional, intense thing, it's flashes and just like the feeling of the raw emotions and trying to interpret the raw emotions. Whereas if it's like a purely prophetic thing, that it's a more controlled, like seeing a vision. But in either case, I think in this moment, Storm flies down and alights on top of the truck to watch Paw as he does this, who in his hispo form, basically a giant wolf-like form, is sitting in front of the truck, just like chewing on this pure element of Gaia that he has in his mouth, trying to induce this vision.
Storm comes down and kind of maintains that protective gaze across on you, and you hear a light humming. It's gentle. It's warm. This is Gaia speaking through Storm to you. And that ferocious gnawing on your bone begins to slow down. And things begin to vibrate. Starting off, your Umbra self looks up at Storm, and she has this ethereal glow, and it begins to vibrate out, and then it starts to flash from you. The alley, the conversation, pop, 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 flashes of lights. Everything starts to move and shift. You can feel the entire emotion, the confusion, the fear in that moment that you had dreams of that night before. And then your vision goes dark, but your scent is awakened, and you can smell that corruption. You're still in that moment of the alley. You smell the corruption, and it's not coming from in front of you, but it's coming from behind you. It's traveling over your shoulder. It is vibrating back and forth, in front and behind. Pop, pop, another flash of light. You can hear the gunshots ringing in your ear. You don't feel any pain, but you sense discomfort. And you see a flash. Oh, Rangel. He's at his truck. He goes into the passenger seat. There's a flash of his gun. You notice the gun he took out is the gun that was brandished in your dream. Pop, 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 more flashes. Your eyes open and they clear still within your Umbra self, and you can hear that gentle, wonderful, wisping humming, just almost lulling you into a sense of understanding. And the vibrations on Storm, they still vibrate, coming out further and further and brighter. Pop again. Flashes. The flashes are coming from Storm, but they're resonating with you as gunshots. They're just firing from behind you, the same one over and over and over and over again. And you're reliving this moment, and the frustration and the confusion grows farther and farther, and you can hear something in the back of your head. It's disruption. You don't feel or sense the communication with Gaia here. You still see Storm. She's your guiding light. She's your beacon, and she's keeping you centered. But there is a disruption, and it feels black. And it's coming over your shoulder again. And that humming grows louder, but not deafening. And it's faint music. And you don't really know what it is, but it's not natural. And then you come out of it. Nash, this entire time you see this. Paul's form gnawing, you see Storm come down, you've seen them before, you kind of figured Paul's doing this thing.
As it's all happening, Nash is her skin's crawling. She has been in this human form for much longer than she would prefer. She's seeing Paw changing, and that desire to do the same is so strong. She's trying to push it down a bit and wait to see what he finds. They're not moving fast enough. We're wasting a lot of time.
It's understandable. I mean, you're a mover. You're a shaker, right? You catch the scent, you run and you go. And when you go, you come back with your prize.
I don't like waiting around for other people to get their shit done.
It's frustrating, right? It's bothersome. You want to get things done now. All of this calling and reaching out into the umbra and this guy and this, I don't have time for this. My weight is in blood, teeth, and claw. And if it's not getting done that way, then it's not getting done. Let me get a rage check.
Do I just roll one for that?
Yes.
9.
And you're so close. You're so close to just saying, fuck it, and I'm leaving. But you can't leave a pack member here by themselves. And you grit your teeth again, and you wait until your friend has done it. Paul, you come too. Do you stay in that form, or do you...
No. Paw is old enough and has enough wherewithal to know that he can't stay in this form in this place. And I think that he slowly shifts back to his Hamid form, still stays on, hands and feet as he does it, as he's just staring at the ground, panting, and breathing heavily, before looking up at Nash.
What'd you see?
There, it's hard to really wrap my head around. It feels like it's the worm cutting into our friend, cutting him off from Gaia. Feels like he's stepped in something. He's trying to help, but he's only making things worse. And somebody is hurting him real bad right now.
Do you know where?
Gonna have to ask you, Ian, does Paw have... I don't have a firm, without metagaming, I don't have a firm concept on what Paw would know right now in regards to that, to be able to answer that question.
To know. Paul wouldn't know where. All that Paul can discern is that he is strengthened in his conviction that, one, this person we spoke to is involved, that two, wherever that was, it was him and Rangel there, and that person is responsible, and the stench of the worm is all over this. That's what Paul 100% knows.
Okay. It's his friend that turned on him, or that is being influenced or corrupted somehow. I think we got our best hope of finding Rangel is to find him.
Okay. Yeah,
But whatever it is, we got to go, and we got to go fast.
good. It's about
At that
time.
moment, Warren and Claire come around the corner.
Yeah.
I think you guys can see there's still like a fair bit of extra hair on Paw right now that he just got done with a transformation, and you can see him like slouched over and breathing heavy from it all.
Are you good out here?
I really like that quote. Isn't it nice to think that tomorrow's a new day with no mistakes in it yet? What the hell, Paul?
I don't know if you two have found this Darren person or not, but please tell me that you did, because we got to go and we got to find him now. He's our best chance of getting to Rangel before the worm's influence cuts him off entirely.
Well, I guess we're going to Gary.
Who is Gary?
It's a place. It's a
Warren, your
place.
phone's ringing. It's Darren. Hello?
Who? Sorry, say that again?
Your phone's ringing while this
Yeah.
conversation, and it's the number from Darren.
That's fucking Chip again who wants the number. Oh, no, okay, it's Warren. Hold on. It's Darren. Yeah, hey, Darren, how's it going?
Hey, man, put the nice lady back on the phone.
Hand it over to Clara.
Hello?
Hey. Hi. Okay, sorry. I'm done working. So real quick. Things got a little hot here, like I was saying. And I think Rangel was taken here in Gary. It probably would be best. Are y'all able to meet tomorrow?
Yeah, we could be there, we're a couple of our friends are ready to go right now, so we can be there right away.
All right. Don't worry. Okay. I'll text you where to meet me, and I will see y'all tomorrow in the evening, 7. I'll text you. All right?
Oh, okay.
Hey, and keep an eye out for that smell.
Yeah.
And music. Yeah, it's weird. Nah, just
Music?
what.
No.
Yeah, just wait for my text.
What do you mean?
He hangs up the phone.
Mhm. Well, he doesn't want to meet us until tomorrow night, but I know where he works, so if he's working tomorrow, we can... I don't know.
Does anybody know how long it's going to take to get to this Gary place?
Hold on.
An hour and 20 minutes, approximately.
Please go there often.
No.
Does that mean that it's going to be before sundown?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to go now then.
I don't know where he is right now. He's done working, I think. But we could try there and see if they know where he is, or you can track him. He
Did
also
he say... Go ahead.
he said to, watch out for the smell, so he knows that, that. Yep. And he said something about music. But he wouldn't say more than that, so I don't know what that means.
At that moment, Nash, because of where you all are positioned, it's right by Rangel's office. You can hear his office phone ringing.
Warren, a call. And Nash will start taking off.
Yeah.
She hates answering phones, but she's not going to miss this shit.
I'll go with.
Okay.
You go into Rangel's office, you see his phone ringing, you pick it up, and there's silence.
Hello?
Did you get my gift?
Who are you?
I'm a friend. I'm a friend of yours, whether you realize it or not, and I'm a friend of your friend Rangel's for quite some time, whether he
Where
wants
is he?
to admit it or not. He's with me. Did you get my gift?
What gift?
Not
Suzanne.
the smartest one. Not the smartest one out of the group. That's fine, honey. You take your time, and when you're ready to listen to the sweet,
Can you just fucking tell me?
I am, if you would just listen. You got it today. Enjoy the song. And hangs up the phone.
What was it?
He said he sent us a gift and enjoy the song. Is it that
the guy, the same
thing?
voice from earlier?
Yeah,
It was a lady. I'm terrible and very soft tones.
some lady.
Yeah,
Some lady who sounds like a very large woman.
I am a very large man.
Mexican.
Nash, if you remember, you got a package earlier
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, it's so not great with this shit, as you know. But this thing, she'll find the disc. Is this,
College.
It's a CD.
something?
Jesus, why not send a fucking Betamax while you're at it? Jesus Christ. Look
What
for
are
a
you talking
computer.
about?
Is it,
There's a there's a old school boombox in Rangel's office. It's an audio CD.
It's an audio. Jesus, why not send a fucking
Yeah.
8-track? All right. I'll go over. God, if this is the disco duck, put it in.
When you
weird shit, man.
pop the CD out, there's a little note behind the disc, and it says, "We'll see you in Gary."
And
Oh,
And
fuck.
when you
If we'd opened this to begin with, we'd have known we were supposed to go to Gary.
put the CD in there, it begins to play "Strange Magic," and just plays that over and over and over again. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh,
Hey,
Come on.
can't do that to us.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Is that what it- So that's what that feels like. That's what that feels like.
Yeah, suck it, guys. It's awful.
Hey everybody, I hope you guys had fun. I legitimately had so much fun doing this, and I can't believe you allowed me to do so. Look, thank you to everybody hanging out here. Thank you to you guys, Miko, Beth, Deb, I guess Bleak too. Y'all are top tier, and I just thank you for opening the space for me to do this. Can't wait for episode 2.
Thank you so much, Ian,
Yeah.
for bringing
yep.
this to us. Yep. Thanks so much for bringing this to us. Really appreciate you.